Okay. All I have to do is not fuck up for a whole video, right? That includes everything that I want to say. But that is impossible because I am not allowed to say anything. So I could just go and turn into a anarchist hippie who talks about the government and how messed up it is. But at this point, it's all messed up. I can't be who I want to be to YouTube or through space and time to the people who are there who I want to be with. I shouldn't have to explain that. I shouldn't have to explain half the shit that I had to explain. For who? For me? Because I already knew it. Like, that's what happens when you know things. Like, you apply them, but what am I applying them for? For whom? I think that's how you use that. I'm not sure. I never know how to use that one, but you'd know that. And I am just wasting my time. I am so tired. Like, I'm in pain. I'm so tired. But that, regardless of that, you cannot stop what is inside of me. And that is not fair that I have to be the one to say that. But I'm the one to do everything. I'm the one to take the hit. Literally. For everybody. Not just you. And that's this. That's what this is. This is me taking the hit. This is me being less upset than I could be. And yet, this is what it is. Until it makes sense to me. Or until it makes sense to you, apparently. And that's nothing to do with trying to explain anything to anyone who wants to know me. Like, yes, that is what I am doing. I am explaining things, but I am not intentionally explaining them to anyone who does not want to hear. Except for the one who does not have a choice in this matter, which, call it me, okay? Call it myself. The only thing that even mattered in that video was talking about how I admired someone who admired me. Same difference. Someone admired me who I admired. And also, I can't remember. Something, but I'm really not too happy myself. Yeah, there's a lot in life that doesn't go the way that's ideal. So, you get to look at the bottom of my jaw and my pipe. Now I have a table instead of a stand, so that's irrelevant, but kind of feel like I'm in the proper state of mind besides having a headache. I mean, I am staring down at you, but I feel like I'm staring down at myself, so that's no big deal. There's a point where I can act the fool or the character, and I can write my own script, my own version of my life, I guess, but like when things get real and real bad, Like, there's no point in sugarcoating it. There's no point in me coddling people. And that, I'm not saying that I'm the one who's raising consciousness, but my perspective is valuable. My time is valuable. Everything I know is valuable to a degree, but my time is definitely more valuable than my knowledge and my space. The real reality is that I'm not trying to accomplish anything. Like, beyond what it is, beyond being able to take what I want and need out of reality. It's not what everybody does. Everybody is. They have to be selfish. Everybody has to be selfish. But we're in a position to be different. And the people I know who want to know me are in a position to be different with me, and I'm in a position to be different with them. I'm not trying to be like, have my sarcastic side, but I don't know how much more frustrated a person can get when they've gotten past frustration so many times. It's unbelievable how many times I have to overcome something incredulous. Literally. There's nothing there. It's all trick of the mind. Yeah. It's not human. It's just not. I do not focus on how bad it is all the time. I must imagine that there is something more possible than this, that there is something better than this. And my idea to make the video perfectly portrayed that. Perfectly portrayed that. And then now I'm just in the dark. Again. Like, where do you go when your only plan led to a dead end? Like, this is another end. This is not the same end that I wanted to meet with. Well, it's so different. I've even lost the sun. I have lost sunlight today. And what he doesn't know is that is when, I don't know, the moon rises inside of you. You just turn into something different because of the reflection upon your mood. Every ounce of positivity I have is just going nowhere. It's going out the window. Everything is out the window, out the door. What does all that I know have meant if I cannot express it in the exact way it is expressible? It is possible. It is there. Make, I did run the fucking camera for like 11 hours. Literally. Like, to prove my point that this is possible, that this is effective towards something. At this point, something. But I thought it would be effective towards, like, I think somewhere someone's going to get the idea in their mind that I have the opinion that I want to be some kind of fucking guru leader. But I don't want to play God. I don't want to be responsible for anybody else's suffering. No. No. Uh, Running off of nothing. I don't know how many hours of sleep I got last night, but I just have to make a final attempt at saying that I've made multiple videos in an attempt to relate something to get me to the place that I want to be at next. And that happens to be a here and now of another time, which is going to be anywhere really. That's kind of the objective, is that this could become anything. And unfortunately, that's too easy. That is too easy to make it become anything, even of extreme significance. It's just, the hard part is the part where you I'm not sure entirely, but it does not make sense to me that if you can go in a bad direction on social media, why couldn't you go in a good direction in it after the fact or at any other time? Like, really? So I cannot become a better version of myself because I'm not allowed to have ideas and concepts here that only do good here. I don't have, like, I don't know. There's a purpose for it. There's just a purpose. I am exhausted by the lack of oxygen, the lack of sleep, the lack of, I don't know if you would call it understanding or respect for understanding, but that too. I mean, if you really want to, like, understand my reality, I can go to the NA meeting and I can tell you a story and I can explain who I am, but that doesn't mean that that is enough to gauge me. Like, that doesn't mean that it is personal or that it is real. So, you want to know about me? I'm 32. I'll be 33 this year. And I have an 11-year-old boy, and he plays video games with his friends online. And that's what he prefers to do. And that is, there's not quite as much that I can do to get him away from that. That has, that my heart can handle anymore towards attachment, towards that parenting role. So I do what I can. I do my best. I am supportive. I have advice. But like I said, like, I don't know that it's necessary. Like, I don't, like, the point of sharing an advice, like, it's like we know what it feels like for it to make sense. But as for why it should make sense, that's just philosophical. Like, you cannot always, like, know exactly. You cannot know exactly what you're gonna need. Like, what you need, what you're going to need from somebody. And I think you concern yourself with that. That. Miles! Now I've lost train of thought. You concern yourself with something, but I guess that was meant for you. Okay, more about myself. I basically wanted a homestead. Like, I had chickens, I wanted to grow plants, but it just never gets to the point where I wouldn't say I don't have the time, I don't spend the energy. It just, there's no gap of opportunity for enough growth season for me to ever have done anything really super fruitful. But I mean, I've grown a couple things, I guess I could count them. And so that was my whole thing. I went to school for horticulture and for art, like painting and drawing. And then I did some sculpture recently, and I was in English, but I didn't need to finish it. And I don't remember the exact reason why, but I have other things I need to do, and I got what I needed from it. That is basically the whole point of these meetings that I'm going to go to for nice. Don't do it. How do I? Jeez, why is it so huge? I got an update on my phone and it's like kindergarten old lady grandma reading glasses type of fucking print here of the time. Damn it. Excuse me. If I'm being proper. Ooh. Okay. So, more about myself. I mean, that's it. That's the dream. The dream is not relying on more than I need. You know, relying on myself, relying on what nature and the universe and God provides. And that's not to say I don't question a whole fuck ton about how unjust? Is that the word? Unjust this world is? But that's only one side of the story if you're wise enough to see it that way. It turns out I can give you a lot to perceive me on, to judge me by, but there's not a lot I could tell you in 1 hour. There really isn't. I made a 2.5 hour video that covered a lot and maybe had some unnecessary information in it, but it's gifting the people I love opportunity to know me, but it's not like it's not gonna be so spontaneous. Like, you could watch it again and familiarize with it, but I still have to present myself as much as I should be receiving, right? Sort of thing. It's a give and take. Miles! So, I think it's working this time. It's pretty cool that the input of sound on this computer only gets a certain level, so it makes it sound nice. I mean, compared to trying to record on it, and the recording program sounds like crap, so that's weird. I mean, it sounds okay. Like, this sounds okay, but it could be better, but honestly, it's pretty good. It could be louder. So, if you heard that, yes. And you'll hear it again. What's not too harsh to say? I have a harsh personality, right, Kyle? Oops. Right. I'll edit that. I've thrown caution to the wind with actually acknowledging you as a person, I guess. A embodiment of a person. So yeah, when I feel like I'm saying something exactly for you to hear, I'm going to say it. And I'm doing this because I can do anything I set my mind to within my capacity. And this is within my capacity because I surpass the limitations of pain. I surpass my ability to lack, or my ability to doubt myself. I surpass that. Sure, I'm weak too. I told him he was weak. I said he was weak for not accepting that my reality could be what others are relatable to or like want to be a part of. That's what I mean. And so, yeah, I'm weak. Yeah, I have problems and I would need to do a lot of hard work to improve upon anything that I need to do. Anything. And the best I am doing is presenting this reality. This no longer being types of people who have to like continuously, I call it camouflage yourself, where you have to blend in, to adapt, to fit in, to be around whatever regular people or people with common understanding. And oh, see, I can get so far, but yeah. Uh um what the fuck was I talking about? My problems doing what I can. And oh, that yeah, people don't want to fucking hide, I guess. Like that's the fastest way to put it. People don't want to hide, and um there's another part to it. The other side of it is that I don't know. I guess people don't feel comfortable doing it, and I do. I do. Like I don't mind like being the example that I never allowed myself to be, like the leader, like in the scenario. So I would say, like, I'm showing that if I can do this, anybody can do it. But I guess the takeaway is that you need to be meticulously careful about it, the way you go about it. I have to try really hard. Like, I can't even remember what I was saying, but I'm guessing it was like a fragment of a sentence that didn't really, like, necessarily need more context, but that's frustrating. And I am going to immediately just turn around and post this. I wish I could have said all the things that I said like 2 times to the people that I cared about, which might be a little selective, but I'm opening my world to more people. This isn't easy. And I've said and listened, like, so, I don't know, with intent, more than 2 times, 2 to 3 times, and I'm still, like, you want to know the truth, I'm in the same position. I have not made progress towards the obstacle, towards the challenge. Like, I'm not progressing. I don't know. What can I say in an hour? It's been 30 minutes. I wouldn't say it's stunting. I wouldn't say it's stunting my growth. But it's like, I would say it is unbecoming. Like, it's weird. I don't mean it's like the reverse of becoming. I mean it like the way they say it. It's unbecoming of you. Like, it's just, it's unflattering. Like, no, I don't like this. But this is the reality. I didn't realize, like, when I'm trying to speak in conversation with other people and you have to improvise and you're you're not caught off guard, like, or you are caught off guard, my bad. Either way, then, oh gosh, I notice that I have like my own, what do they call them? Isms, I think. I have my own isms. I say shit a lot, but like it's it's better like sometimes saying what the shit is better than saying what the fuck. So there's different ways people are like I'm not totally trashy about it, but I'm not totally proper either. Ooh. And then I'm just like proving not even to myself, like I'm just proving it as it is, as I exist, as I'm becoming. I'm proving like that I'm capable of being what I want to be. Like I said that I was watching the movie in class, Thank You for Smoking, and I'm not gonna redo that whole thing about the summary and how I felt about it or what I could take from it. But um gosh, I try to like get ahead of myself and then I can't. So uh the whole point of that, oh, was that I wanted to like kind of do like TED Talk type things, but like I don't have the perspective of this is my reality. I have the perspective of this is our reality. Like that's all I get. I only get our. I don't get my own. Like people don't other people do, and that's their safety bubble, their safe zone, their place of creativity. Like creativity is birthed out of privacy, really. So the fact that I've created this much to be able to share with someone who could stand to be hated, like literally, and I don't know all the time what I'm supposed to believe about it. What am I supposed to believe? Are you the good guy? Are you the villain? I don't know. Is this Stockholm syndrome? I have to throw that in there because obviously I can reference some stuff that people are not going to forget. And that is why I wanted to post a video because there's certain things you can never unsee, you can never unhear. And that would have, I don't know, related them to me. And another point I made was that you should know who you are to me. Like, absolutely, you should know who you are to me because we all deserve equal respect. I wouldn't say that everybody is equal at everything, but we all deserve the equal respect that we are all here existing. We all have bodies, we're all similar, we're all human. No, we all have humanity, but mostly. But same again with the fragmented sentences. Um, I deserve respect. You deserve respect. And we like to play games. We like to test our bounds and to say stuff that is like actually pushes those bounds. But my brain is frying anyway, so that is good. I was thinking about people and how we like to we still like we should talk and stuff like that, but we joke around, and I'm not offended by that. I definitely am not offended. Like, I don't know, I get a lot. But who you are to me, you should know that I am a person who is knowledgeable. And I'm a person who has experienced things that no one should ever have to. And not everyone is like that. You may think that you are like that, and you may be, but not everyone is like that. So you should know that. And I could, I don't know. I just want to say tear someone a new one. I could tear someone a new one. I could definitely create an argument that is undeniable, but I don't need to do that. I explained a lot that I could have referenced in a different way. Like, I would have known, like, okay, this is what I had said. This is what I already got to say. And now I'm like, what's the significance of how I get to the next place I need to be with this information? And then I'm just gonna look stupid for turning around and posting it. Come on. I'm gonna be like relieved or something, and then it's just gonna be like, oh, you fool. Like, yes, you get the satisfaction of possibly connecting in this kind of like secret admirer way. I admire you, you admire me kind of way. That is like a lover's secret, I guess. Like, the secret is that love is a secret. That's what it is. Click. I don't know what much more I can say after that. So I don't know if I said about I don't know if I said it, I'll say it again. So I feel really touched that someone could view me in the way that I could never view myself. I would not be able to call myself a singer-songwriter or a musician or call my music music or call my songs songs. I couldn't do that. But what they did was they saw it. They saw me, but and then they saw my art or my creation or my expression, and they applied it to how they would be. And I don't know, it made me feel good, of course. Kind of makes me sad right now, but hey, the reason I'm doing this, the obvious, okay, sure, I'm a little self-righteous in the full of myself kind of way, but I mean, like, vain and narcissistic, not like I don't know what I'm talking about, but uh obviously I want to be seen or noticed or recognized or acknowledged, or I want to be like um uh not seen, but wanted to be seen. Yeah, desired, I guess. And so that's a very vain way of putting that. So yeah, I want them them to be able to see me the way that I can see them too. And that's not to say that I don't see them in reality. You can't know that. You can't know that because I have. So I can say that. I don't know. I think that's fair enough for me to share. And then my other relationship is like obviously very like I'm trying not to say it's deep or in depth, but it's like it stretches within, like it stretches to a distance that is depressing as your youth and your childhood and like but it's like they're all you know of that though, and that's not all there is to it. So that would be an injustice to just say that's all it was. But I'm being I'm being plain honest. I don't feel that well. But I'm not pushing anybody away. I'm just trying to understand it all the same. All the same as anybody else, any other relationship. I could be a real nerd and be like, what I understand is I'm a doctor, right? I have a PhD. Isn't that right, B? Oh, hell no! Oh, hell no! Ugh. Kid was saying some shit he should not have been saying, and that is uh is that how you say it? It coincides, but it's coincidental. I don't know if that's a word. It coincides with stuff that is just fucked up. And I think I'm not gonna comment on that. Because the best I can do is make him aware of what he's doing. So I do. I do. Um and then starting over. There's that. I mean, there's a history that is I think it's always going to be painful. I think that is what growing up is. Some for people with substance, with depth. Um, like there are rare cases where I'm sure there are rare cases where there are people who are just simple and happy, but we're not those people. So yeah, I don't know why I had to start with childhood, but as of now, yeah, it's kind of sad. And I just feel like Not like I'll see you in hell, but um I mean as in like I'm going to hell too. Like oh, we're gonna die. I'll see you there. I'll see you after we're dead. But um like I don't know. Yes. Yes, babe, I'll see you in hell. Okay, because that's I think we're just suffering endlessly. Okay, the real truth. My lip looks thin when I laugh or smile. This one. The real truth. You fuckers don't know anything. I am capable of changing, like, as long as I want to. As long as you want something and set your heart to it, then what do they say? Like, they say the world is your oyster, but they also say something like related to hearts. Um, heart on a platter, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. My mind is going to crazy places, but there you have it. There's your heart on a platter.